This is a very high-profile interview. It is the first time that Meghan and Harry have sat down to tell their side of the story. That's simply why they are doing this. And of course, that is a cause of concern for the royal family, for courtiers at Buckingham Palace.
I'm just really relieved and happy to be sitting here talking to you with my wife by my side, because I can't begin to imagine what it must have been like for her going through this process by herself all those years ago, because it has been unbelievably tough for the two of us, but at least we had each other.
We know that one of the things Meghan is going to be asked about is the subject of race, what it was like being a biracial woman marrying into one of the oldest establishments in the world, the House of Windsor. There will be people that are very nervous about that. And Oprah wouldn't be doing her job, of course, if she didn't ask the difficult questions. She's going to want to know the truth about the feud with William, what Kate was really like as a sister-in-law for Meghan. These are going to be the things that will worry the palace, and I'm sure worry the royal family too. I think that this interview absolutely has the potential to damage relationships within the royal family. I mean, Harry's relationship with his brother was only just getting back on track. If he's going to discuss why they fell out, that's set to blow the rift wide open and set that healing process back. If the royal family come in for criticism, if Meghan suggests that she wasn't made to feel welcome, again, that could cause real damage for already fragile family relationships.
Almost unsurvivable sounds like there was a breaking point.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
In the same way that there are always going to be comparisons between Kate and Diana, I think Meghan is going to be compared for many years to come to Wallis Simpson. She is American, she's a divorcee. Her and her husband have now left the royal family and left for another country. So I suppose it's inevitable that someone somewhere is going to try and set them up as similar fashion icons. I think Meghan has her very own sense of style. I think it's nothing really more than coincidence, but I do think you can expect to see a lot more comparisons between Wallis Simpson and Meghan for obvious reasons.
You've said some pretty shocking things here. Wait, hold up, wait a minute.
There are reports that this interview has been in the works for 2 years. I mean, it has also been reported that Harry and Meghan had only met Oprah once before inviting her to their wedding. Oprah has been, some believe, planning for this interview ever since that day. Clearly, a sit down with the Sussexes was always going to be a big property to get. And this has been one of the most publicised, eagerly awaited of all royal interviews. Clearly, this interview comes at a very difficult time for the royal family. I am told that while Buckingham Palace has denied having anything to do with the Times splash over this email alleging that Meghan bullied 2 members of staff out, they are much more concerned with the more serious matter, which is the health of the Duke of Edinburgh, who is seriously ill in hospital. And there are calls by some royal commentators and experts who believe that this interview should be rescheduled and aired at a less sensitive time for the royal family. And there are even some reports circulating online that Prince Harry is being asked to come home to see his grandfather. No confirmation from that from either the palace or the Sussex spokespeople, but inevitably this is going to be a source of much speculation, and the timing really couldn't be any worse for the royal family, this interview coming at such a difficult time.